A father who once paid nothing to raise his own children now faces a child support bill nearly tripling overnight from $500 to $1,325 a month, and he's arguing that following the math will break him. Oscar Pintado-Roman, an active duty soldier, took custody of his kids when their mother couldn't support them, never asked her for a dime, and now says the guideline formula ignores his reality. The case is before a Coryell County, Texas court as a contested child support review.
So, divorce cause of action out of Clarksville, Tennessee, that established their original maternity, child support, visitation, so forth and so on, and a custody determination, and it looks like a decree of divorce out of Clarksville. Okay, and that means one thing to the judge. That means the 101st Airborne Division. Okay, yeah, I've been to Clarksville. Nothing. Kind of fun. Anyway, court will also note that that order was later modified by an agreed-to order that was filed in the county court of law in Coryell County, Texas, that changed some circumstances. It looked like dad was awarded custody for so long, and then they went back to mom, and mom was, and I'll have everybody confirm this, because again, this is a little bit of an unusual order. But it changed things back around, and dad was at that point back on the 10th day of June, ordered to pay child support in the amount of $500, if I got that correctly. But anyway, right now the state's before the court on a not agreed to child support review order, and so, since this order was back in 2022, it's been more than 3 years, so this is the norm for doing for an update as far as the child support cases are concerned. I'll let the state go ahead and explain to the court what the state's requesting here, whether or not I got the information correct, and tell the court what the court was requesting we do here today and what you understand the contested issues to be at this time.
Yes, Your Honor. The state is requesting that the child support review order be confirmed as it is written, but the parties do not agree on the amount of child support, Your Honor.
Yeah, what's the disagreement? Tell the court what's the guideline amount the state calculated, and who's in? Are both parties in disagreement with it, or just one?
Oh, okay. Yes, the Ms. Rosario is in agreement with the guideline child support as it is written in the child support review order, and Mr. Pintado-Roman is not in agreement with that, Your Honor.
All right then. All right, folks, we're looking at a mathematical one. Like I say, I'm sorry it took me so long to go over this one, but like I said, this is not the usual order I have to deal with. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and swear both of you in and go ahead and get testimony from both of you. Mr. Pintado, here's the deal, sir. The math's the math on these type of cases. Where I'm not going to make us the equivalent of the IRS, but when the IRS says you owe money as far as taxes are concerned based on a percentage of your net income, guess what? You owe those taxes. And that's kind of like what we do here. Once child support is based on a percentage of your net income, then if that's the correct percentage and that's the correct amount, then if you're asking me to do something different, sir, you've got to give me a legal reason to do so. And again, I know you're not a lawyer, but you're technically representing yourself as a lawyer, representing yourself. So you get to act as your own counsel or your own lawyer. But again, I got to hold you to the same standards as if you went to tech law, okay? So just to make it a little bit less confusing, Texas tech law, all right? But the bottom line is, sir, you have the absolute right to have a hearing on these issues. You have the absolute right to put forward any legal theory that you think that is present here. And the court will rule on it appropriately. But this time, I'm going to go ahead and swear you both in, let the state call you both as witnesses. And at the end of the hearing, if either you wish to make a closing statement and a closing argument also, you'll be allowed to do so. I'm going to give you at the end of your testimony, sir, and mom's testimony, the opportunity to tell the court anything in addition that you want the court to know about in a narrative form. Again, I usually give that privilege to pro se litigants, which means you get to just tell the court why you're asking the court to do what you're doing. But again, sir, when you're doing that, it still has to have a legal basis for me to actually make a ruling on it as far as what you're requesting, sir. But this time, I'm going to go ahead and swear you in and let the state call you both as witnesses. So at this time, I ask you both to unmute yourself and raise your right hands. Do both of you solemnly swear or affirm your testimony you're going to give here today is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you? All right, you're both officially under oath. I'll go ahead and let you put your hands down, and I'll go ahead and let the state call you individually. Sorry, are you local now, sir, or are you still in Fort Campbell?
Yes, sir. So I moved back from Washington, D.C. in October.
Okay. All right. Good enough then, sir. All right then, sir. So I'll let the state go ahead and call you individually as witnesses, and we'll take it from there. Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll call Oscar Pintado-Roman. Mr. Pintado-Roman, what is your name?
My full name is Oscar Alejandro Pintado-Roman.
What are your children's names in this case?
My daughter's name is Eviani, and my son's name is Oscar.
Do you have any other children besides Eviani? And what is the issue that you have with the child support review order as it is?
So I have multiple issues. First and foremost, as we see that we executed the order initially from Tennessee and changed it over to Texas, that was because due to issues outside of my control, at that time, Deja was unable to support the children. So I took custody of the children. And due to that and me not paying the court-ordered child support, I had to end up paying back $15,000 of my check or my income back to the Army. And I had to pay for the lawyer myself, had to go and change everything, bring it to Coryell County to amend that order and put the custodian, make myself the primary custodian. And in that, I never claimed any child support from Deja whatsoever. Second being that due to that, we both agreed upon the fact that we would keep the child support at $500. I understand in the order that after 3 years, it can be looked at again and adjusted based on over time. However, between us, right? Obviously, that doesn't matter because it's not court ordered, but between us, we had agreed on the $500 and that was just it. And then that being said, is that I've been adjusted to this $500 for years now, to the point where now increasing it to $1,325 make too much of a difference in terms of like, and I guess for my income to actually support my life that we have and the life I try to provide my children. Outside of the child support, I provide money for school materials. I cut my son's hair. I give them all the clothes they need. She went on a cruise in November, I believe.
Okay, sir, okay, you're really going, really going.
Yes.
Don't go into facts yet. Just go ahead and tell the court why you want what you want, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. I apologize, Your Honor.
Mr. Pintado-Roman, just to clarify, the issue you have is the child support calculation in this order.
The child support calculation, and that there's other children that she has that would be being taken care of with that money as well.
But in the order, it specifically has a child support obligation listed, and you have an issue with that.
The amount, yes, ma'am. I currently work on Fort Hood, Texas.
For the United States military?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How much do you get paid per month?
Gross, approximately 6,300. And then I said gross, approximately 6,300. And then I guess off your net calculation, 5,300 a month.
Sorry, $6,532.80 is what we have.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that total BAH plus base pay, or is that just base pay?
That's base pay, BAH and BAS, sir.
And what, BAH and what else?
BAS.
All right, I'll have them take out the BAS in a moment, but yeah, I don't look at rats. Okay, go ahead, you may proceed.
Do you have any other sources of income? What health insurance are the children covered under?
TRICARE, ma'am.
How much does it cost you?
Zero.
Just to cover the children is zero. How much or what dental insurance are the children covered under?
TRICARE as well, ma'am.
How much does that cost?
Approximately $32 a month.
$30.47?
I said approximately, yes, ma'am.
What does travel to see the children cost?
On average, it just depends on the week, but approximately $150, $200 a month.
How much are your bills?
Let me see. I mean, I don't have that exactly off the top of my head. I have a budget. Do you want every individual item or just an approximate?
Okay, let me rephrase the question. So guideline child support, as we calculated it, was $1,325 for 2 children. How will that cause you financial burden?
So BH for my rank is approximately $1,900. I have a mortgage of $1,700 currently. Then electricity, water, right, Wi-Fi, all that good stuff to provide them everything I can. Let me see my car payment. We have one car that we pay on. gas, groceries, our actual like individual debt. So my credit card, my loans.
All right, I'm sorry, real quick, so you said we, who's we?
Oh, I'm sorry. My wife and I, we have a mortgage.
Okay, then, and I'll let the state complete. Go ahead, thank you. I just wanted to make sure there's someone, another adult in the household. Thank you. May proceed.
That
Go ahead. All right.
yes, Your Honor. And obviously the child support that I pay now. All that totaling up to approximately $6,000 a month on just bills alone.
I'll pass a witness, Your Honor.
All right, sir, is your current how long you and your current wife been married?
For 6 months, sir. We've been together for 2 years.
Okay. And what she do for a living, sir?
She goes to school and she's a part-time pharmacy tech.
All right, I cannot look at her salary for the purposes of child support, sir. I can look at it for the purposes of resources. So, as a part-time pharmacy tech, what is her take home?
Monthly, I would put it anywhere from between 800 to 1,000, depending on how many hours she works. We try to let her focus on school.
And how long has she got to go in school?
She has about 1 more year before she graduates with her chemistry degree.
And she's smarter than I am, so well, I hated chemistry. All right, and is she former military? All right, any other questions of this witness, Ms. Bexler?
No, Your Honor.
All right, then. Thank you very much. And I'll go ahead and, sir, we'll be back in just a moment. Call your next witness, please.
Yes, Your Honor. I call Ms. Rosario. Ms. Rosario, what is your name?
Deja Rosario.
Are you in agreement with the child support review order that you signed?
The 1325?
Especially, I think she was
Yes.
asking you a question. Yeah, okay, thank you.
Yes, I am.
I just wanted to make sure, Your Honor. Do you have any other concerns?
Such as,
I mean, is there any other issue or things that need to be corrected in that order? In your,
in regards to financials, no. Unless there is something that we can do when it comes to claiming the kids on taxes.
Yay, all right, ma'am, right now, I did not look at the, either the Tennessee order in detail or the prior court order in detail. Did either of those award, they're not supposed to, but did they award some type of tax benefit to one of you?
I'm sorry, say that one more time. You kind of broke
Okay,
up.
okay, first off, who's claim, right now you're saying you wanted to just do something about the tax deduction for the kids?
Yes, sir.
All right, who now has that?
So in the original order, it was supposed to be, I believe myself was supposed to be even years and himself odd years. For the past 3 years, he has claimed Oscar and I claim Eviani. So with the child support that he's currently paying now with the $500, he also gets $2,200 back when he claims Oscar for those years.
Okay, I gotta look at that again. That's there, ma'am, because technically state orders are not binding on the IRS. All right, and that could definitely be problematic. But anyway, I'll go back and look at both those orders in detail. But I'll go ahead and let the state ask the next question. Thank you.
just expediency, Your Honor. There's nothing about taxes in this CSRO.
Oh yeah, I know that. We're
Okay.
Because
All
again,
right.
the IRS doesn't look at that, they don't look at that at all. Okay, they look at actually who has custody, so that's that. So yeah.
Yes, Your Honor.
Whoever
Okay.
had the child for exactly 6 months and 1 day, they get the deduction under federal tax law. So yeah.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, okay. Any other witnesses to this time, Ms. Bexler? All right, first off, Ms. Rosario, where do you live, or what city?
Holland, Texas, sir.
All right, and Mr. Pintado, where do you live, sir?
Belton, Texas, sir.
All right, and Mr. Pintado, how often do you usually get your kids for visitation?
Usually every other weekend, summer, spring, and then as much as possible.
And right now, you say, ma'am, you and the kids live in Holland, and they go to school. I go through Holland all the time, but I've never noticed where the schools are. Are they going to school in Holland this time, ma'am?
Yes, sir. They go to Holland ISD.
All right, then. Any other questions about the witness, sir, ma'am? Ms. Bexler. Tell you what I'm gonna go ahead and do, folks. I'm gonna go ahead and let the state make a closing statement. I'm gonna make y'all let y'all make a closing statement. Well, what I'm gonna have to do on this one is I'm gonna have to take this one under advisement. I need again. I just gave the Tennessee order a quick perusal. I just gave the original court order on this one a quick perusal. I need to go back and read all those in detail. before I can make a fair and equitable decision as far as child support going forward is concerned. So I want to take this one as advisement. But while I take this on advisement, I'm gonna let you both tell the court anything finally you think I need to know, and what the math is and why you think I should go with the math according to the order. And again, sir, and ma'am, I'll tell you up front, the bottom line is the burden of proof is on the father on this one, all right? Why it should be something different. And I've heard some information that's somewhat compelling, but not not enough to make it a really, really big difference. So I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all make a closing statement. And I'm gonna let I'm gonna let both of y'all make a closing statement, and then if I have any final questions of either of you, I'll take care of those after y'all make y'all's final statement. So at this time, Ms. Bexler, make yours, and then I'm gonna go to Ms. Rosario, and then Mr. Pintado, I'm gonna let you go ahead and let you close it out because you're the one that requested the difference.
Yes, Your Honor. Simply, please confirm.
The judge's IRS comparison isn't casual. It reveals how child support guidelines actually work. Like tax brackets, the formula is mechanical. Income goes in, number comes out. But here's what the father discovered too late. Private agreements between parents don't override that math. His $500 deal with mom? Legally meaningless once the 3-year review window opened. Under Texas Family Code, courts must apply guideline calculations unless a party proves the result would be unjust or inappropriate. And I budgeted for less rarely qualifies.
The child support review order. It is guideline child support based off of how much he makes and off of 2 children in the case and no other children outside of the case, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Rosario, I think that may just maybe your argument also, but is there anything else you want to add to that argument, ma'am?
Honestly, no. I feel like it's in the best interest of my children to have that money. It would go a long way. They're about to be 10 and 12. You know, as kids get older, things get more expensive. In regards to shoes and clothes being bought, that doesn't stay at my house. They stay at his house. He does not allow the kids to bring anything over to my house that are from his house. School supplies, I have not seen any extra money regarding that, especially not this past year. And if I can make a statement about the cruise, that was a gift from my brother-in-law. We didn't pay for that cruise, but regardless, this money is for the best interest of my children. And that's all I really care about, is to make sure that they're taken care of.
And ma'am, you do plan on remaining in the area going forward, is that correct?
Correct.
All right, ma'am, who do you work for right now?
The Texas Department of Criminal Justice.
All right, thank you very much, ma'am. All right, anything else, ma'am?
That'll be it.
All right, Mr. Pintado, anything? Okay, sir. Closing statement, closing argument. Your turn, sir.
Yes, sir. So quite a bit. So to refute that point, sir, when I wasn't about her paying for the cruise, it was simply that when they stayed.
Don't worry about that. So that didn't happen.
Semantics. All right. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So
everybody gets to go on vacation when they want to. So
yeah.
As long as you pay for it, that's your business. All right.
Yes,
not
sir.
mine.
It was simply the fact that for the summer they stayed with me. My wife and I spent thousands of dollars on a new wardrobe for them for the whole summer. We'd let them take that back with them for Texas. School supplies, my family supplied the school supplies for the year, and she dispersed it amongst
I'm sorry, sir. Right now, you are in Belton, Texas, right?
Yes.
Okay, because there are other Beltons, believe me. I'm from here, and I looked that up before. But I just want to make sure but Holland and Belton, that's a 20-mile drive at best. So I'm just trying to figure it out.
I lived in DC for the past 2 years, sir. I just moved back in October.
Right.
And so for the summer they were with me. We bought them whole new wardrobes. They all took it with them to Texas. School supplies for the year. My family supplied the school supplies. School supplies were dispersed amongst her other 2 school-age children. So the supplies I paid for my children were dispersed amongst other children. I paid for my kids' haircuts. The wardrobe that's upstairs I have for my children, my wife and I had to buy because when she went on her cruise, we weren't supplied with any clothing whatsoever. So I do everything I can possibly for my kids. Any extra money I do have, I pour into my children. Anything and everything. By God, that's everything I do. That being said, is that I'm not opposed to raising the child support. I'm opposed to raising it to the point where it's going to put me in a financial deficit to where I can't survive, right? An extra $500 to $1,325 is a substantial amount, sir. I was willing to compromise, go up to $800, $900 to meet in the middle. And she's adamant that she wants the full amount, which is understandable, right? It's court ordered. But I do everything in my power for my children, sir. And now doing this not only affects my living situation with my wife, but it also affects what I'm able to do for my children, the support and care I'm able to provide for them. They've stated multiple times they wanted to live with me. Currently,
Stop. Don't say
I'm sorry. Okay.
Don't say anything to kids.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You can't
Yeah.
give hearsay for anybody. You can only give testimony about what Ms. Rosario said and what you have said. All right.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. And that being said, even currently at their school, because I go to their school all the time, they have received multiple letters of missing days. I think they're up to like 30 days.
Okay, again, sir, that's not about child support. That's
Okay.
a custody issue or
Okay.
a visitation issue. Thank you.
All right. Well, yes, sir. Then my closing statement is that right now, like if it goes up to that much, that I want to be able to, like, one, survive, and two, take care of the children the way I want to give them the lifestyle I want to give them as much as possible.
All right. Thank y'all both very much. I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, Ms. Baxter, take this one under advisement. I'm going to reset this one for about a week out. And let me do the math. Let me look at these orders, because again, I've heard some things that are just a little bit different. And for the 2020 for last year, 2025, did both of y'all get a tax deduction for the children, or did just one of y'all get the deduction for the kids?
He claimed Oscar and I claimed Eviani.
Okay, good enough then.
That is true, sir. So on the Tennessee order, I believe it should state that she remains with my daughter for tax purposes, and I remain with my son. That's what we had agreed upon.
All right then. All right, so that was an agreement. That's not a problem. All right then, folks. I'm gonna go ahead and take this, like I say, take this under advisement. I'm gonna go ahead and reset this one for Zoom. Neither of y'all have to show up. This is just for me to make a marker. And let me look at. I'm sorry, I'm trying to bring up the right calendar. Zoom makes me use Google, and that's not my usual calendar. So let me find the next one. There we go. And let me get out of June. I'm gonna go ahead and reset this to the general docket I have on the 23rd of this month. That's a Zoom docket. If y'all want to show up for the ruling, y'all can. But right now, y'all don't have to. And I'm going to ahead of state do a reset order to that date. I'm going to go ahead and I'll go ahead and make a ruling on that date. Like I said, I have to have a chance to go over everything. And we'll go ahead and I'll try to figure this one out and make a ruling that's appropriate for these circumstances. So at this time, Ms. Baxter, is there anything else other than the reset?
Reset to April 23rd at 9 a.m. on
Yes,
Zoom,
ma'am.
Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am. Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Any questions, Mr. Rosario?
No, sir.
All right, Mr. Totto, anything else, sir?
No, sir. Thank you.
All right, thank you, brother. Thank you for your service, sir. Thank you for your, ma'am. You work for the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. That's not easy either. And I'll let Mr. Pintado, I won't hold against him that he was hanging out with the wrong airborne division there for a while. But my dad spent more time between Bragg and Campbell than he really should have. But again, thank you both very much, and I'll go ahead and we'll try to come up with something fair and something that the fact that y'all have that agreement with the taxes that may or may not have any bearing whatsoever. But I'm going to go ahead and go over that entire order and confirm everything. And again, thank both of you. And we're off the record until we come back on the 23rd at 9 a.m. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Will y'all go back to your breakout rooms so that we can send you the reset for your signature?
All right. It'll be just a moment, Mr. Welch. Thank you.
And Miss Wright and Mr. Fox, this will be your case coming up. Who is ever on the Samsung, if you could unmute yourself and then say what your name is.
Hi, yes, my name's Tiara Robertson. I'm in the waiting room 23, I think, and been in
Indeed,
here.
ma'am.
I'm
Indeed,
just making sure I haven't been forgotten. That's it.
No, ma'am, you have not. Let me change your name. You're
No,
already.
I'm still on the computer in that living room in the room, but I called on my phone because I didn't want to lose where I was. Oh, somebody entered. Somebody just entered the room I'm in. Are you Kat?
Miss Robertson, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Someone just entered. Thank you, sir.
Why don't you just log off this one then?
Yes, I am.
Hi, my name is Catherine Betzler. I work with the Office of the Attorney.
All right, Mr. Welch, we're going to start here in just a moment. This is let's see, cause number 266,022C, correct?
It is 248267, Your Honor.
Oh, 248267. Okay, I was looking at the wrong one there.
The judge took the child support modification under advisement rather than ruling from the bench, resetting the case for April 23, 2026 for a final decision. Both parties may attend the Zoom hearing but are not required. The court will review the original Tennessee custody order, tax agreements, and financial documentation before determining whether to apply the full guideline amount of $1,325 or a reduced figure. Here's what this case actually teaches. The courtroom isn't where you fix your budget. The father came prepared to argue hardship, but hardship isn't a legal standard, it's a life problem. Courts apply formulas. If you want different math, you need different facts or a different agreement, not a sympathetic story. Plan for the formula, not the exception. Subscribe for more real courtroom breakdowns, new cases every week.